Well, good morning, Haley.
Good morning.
Welcome to ISHI 35.
Thank you.
Haley, can you tell me a little bit about where you're from and what you do?
Yeah, so I am the Executive Director of Ohkomi Forensics. We're based out of Montana. We are an Indigenous-led nonprofit organization, and we provide forensic services to the Indigenous communities and families impacted by the missing and murdered Indigenous people epidemic.
I didn't know there was such an epidemic. Can you tell me where in the world does this come from?
So mostly in North America, but it happens worldwide too. So I am an enrolled member of the Hopi tribe in Arizona and also a descendant of the Blackfeet tribe. So I grew up on the Blackfeet reservation, and so just learning about the violence that goes on within our tribal communities and a lot of the injustices that happen with a lot of these cases, like I said, with missing and murdered Indigenous people. And so we're here to just help spread awareness for that and just kind of network and kind of, find more resources for our people to bring back.
So how many people do you have that are a part of your organization?
So we have been established for exactly a year now.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you, yeah. So there's 4 board members, and we're actually all family.
Okay.
So my husband, Vince Omeasoo, he's here with us today too. So he has his MBA. So he does kind of like our finance, like business side of things. I do the forensic side of things. And then my mom, Monty, she's our like development manager. So she also runs a nonprofit and she's a business owner. So she kind of helps with that side.
Busy.
Yes. And then my sister-in-law, Mariah, she does our marketing. So she went to school for marketing. And then we have a lot of wonderful volunteers and colleagues from the University of Montana. We've been working a lot with Kaiyajin. So yeah, we've just been creating a lot of good partnerships.
So when you were growing up, did you hear about, you were saying that you heard about these missing people and the things, the injustices that were going on. Mm-hmm. Did you ever know anyone who was personally gone missing or murdered?
Yes, so my relative and classmate, Ashley HeavyRunner Loring, she's kind of the reason why I chose to pursue this career and start this nonprofit, because she's been missing for over 7 years now. So has not been found, no one has been charged for her case, and she's just one of many on our reservation and just Indigenous people in general. There's so many cases.
So it's that real personal feeling that you have toward this work.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Mm.
So have you been able to this point, solve any or identify anybody to this point?
Not at this point. Like I said, we're still very newly established, but we're working on a case currently, which is a historic case. So this has been going on for a very long time now. And so there are cases within museums and teaching collections and personal collections of Indigenous people that have, been stolen or removed from their homeland. And so we're also using DNA analysis to repatriate them and get them home as well. And so that's kind of a case that we're working on right now, focusing on. And then we also do field and excavation services. So for the people that are still missing, we go out into the field to look for them.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. So is there a crew of volunteers that are doing that as well?
Yes. Mostly from the University of Montana.
Okay.
So that's the program that I'm in. So I'm a PhD candidate right now.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll be graduating in May with my PhD.
Good luck.
So yes, thank
study
you.
hard.
But yeah, I have a lot of colleagues and good friends that are within the program that help out a lot.
That's excellent. Are there any other, so you're here at ISHI. Have you been to an ISHI before? If you've only been around, so you have. Have you been able to make any connections with any of the vendors or any of the other people that are here that can help you in your endeavors?
Yeah, for sure. I was a presenter last year at ISHI in Denver. And I've met so many people. Like I said, Kaiyajin, they've been huge at helping me network. I think I met them at a different conference a few years ago. But yeah, there's just so many people from all over the place that have been just so great. And I hope to make more connections.
So that's great. And I'm wondering, the DNA Doe project and places like that, I'm envisioning that the population that you're seeking is probably not well represented in that sort of database, correct?
Yes.
So would it be something that you'd hope for, that more people would be getting themselves into the kind of program?
Yeah, for sure. One thing that we really like to hit on is tribal data sovereignty.
Okay.
So what we are doing with our DNA analysis is to help protect the data that comes from our tribal communities. And so with the Blackfeet tribe specifically right now, we're creating their own database that they can control and maintain when there are unidentified remains that come about.
That's fantastic. I bet they really appreciate that,
Yes.
that special care. That's great. Well, if there was anything that you really wanted people to know about how they could help, what would you ask for?
I mean, we definitely need volunteers. I mean, forensics is such a broad field, and we can just kind of use all the help that we can get right now. Like I said, just making connections. We get a lot of calls worldwide right now, like in Africa, Canada, everywhere. And so I think it's great to have connections in a lot of different places in case we aren't able to be there. And yeah, just do what we can.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me
Yes,
today,
thank
Haley.
you
It was
for having
very nice
me.
chatting. Yep, and good luck with everything, graduating,
Yes.
and with finding loved ones and putting them back together. That's great.
Thank you.